Okay, Michael, everybody's here.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the International History Seminar. This is going to be a slightly unusual start to the seminar, and we are recording the first few minutes as a result of it. I would like to make an announcement on behalf of the conveners of the seminar, and then we'll have a short contribution session, after which we will then stop recording and then we'll get on with the seminar. I'll just start by saying, what the announcement is. So the announcement on behalf of the conveners of the International History Seminar, I'm saddened to report the passing of Dr. Effie Abdela. She was one of the founder conveners of the seminar, which started up over 20 years ago. She attended seminars regularly, with her final attendance being as recently as earlier this month. As ever, her comments and her questions on the seminar papers presented were always courteous and demonstrated her penetrating intellect. And they also demonstrated her lifelong enthusiasm and passion to listen to and engage with new and cutting-edge research in the field. One of the finest historians of her generation, Effie was at the center of the study of international history, both in the UK and internationally. Not only did she publish widely, she also contributed to public debates here in the UK, in her native Greece, and even in the USA. She also promoted and facilitated the works of other colleagues and junior scholars in a number of important ways. These included her book series with Palgrave Macmillan, which so many of us have contributed to. She leaves an enormous gap in our hearts and in our professional life. Effie was, in the words of a beloved partner, Jimmy, his amazing golden girl. We cannot know the depth of his grief, but we, in our own way, share it and send him our thoughts and prayers. I would like to take the opportunity to ask if there's anybody who'd like to make a comment at this very sad time. I think it's appropriate. I'm hoping that we will record this and send it to Jimmy so that he can have this as a source of some comfort to him. So I will leave it to, I'll sort of throw it open. I've discussed this with the paper giver and she knows what we're about to do.
Shall I?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, I can only start saying how devastated I am to when I how devastated I was when I heard the news, and she'll leave a massive gap, but by her passing, both professionally and also personally, with with all her friends. So it's a really I mean, obviously my deepest sympathies go to Jimmy. It's going to be a very difficult time for him, but she will be remembered, and she'll be remembered for her scholarship, but she will also be remembered personally as a great friend to us. So, yeah, that's all I can say.
Thank you.
Michael, could I say something?
Yes, please.
There are a number of people on the call, all of whom were working on their PhDs at roughly the same time. And
yeah.
That is testament to how long we've known Effie,
yeah.
and quite how much of a shock her loss is. I was in the lucky position of being slightly younger than Effie and Kate, but I remember them both looking after me as a PhD student. And there was extraordinary generosity in Effie over the years as well, from that point on, but also in bringing on lots of other younger scholars, identifying excellence and working with them and helping them publish their work. And that carried right the way through to even this last year, when she would ask penetrating questions of young paper givers without ever trying to patronize them with her knowledge. amongst all of us, she could be guaranteed to have asked a really perceptive question, and her learning was really broad. So we will miss her greatly.
I mean, if I can just add, two of my former research students, to my PhD students, just got in touch with me this morning to say that that their books are just about to come out thanks to her in her series. So she affected all of us in so many different ways, but also our students and friends and so forth. So this loss is deeply profound.
The last time I heard Effie's voice was at that seminar early this month. And she said she would see me today.
Yes.
I still have the echo of her completely unmistakable tones, and will never forget the generosity of her smile and her laugh.
Indeed.
She's not somebody who can ever be forgotten.
Quite so. Quite so. I mean, again, I know that so many of us knew Effie for such a long time, and so it goes without saying. So thank you everybody for your contributions, and I hope that Jimmy will.
Sorry, Michael. Sue wanted to say something.
Oh, sorry. Please go ahead.
And also Jill as well.
Okay, please. Yeah, thank you. I didn't see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the conveners. I share everyone's sense of our world's being shaken because Effie was such a bright spirit, so committed and passionate to history, and comments rightly have been made about her generosity, her patience supporting younger scholars, her patience supporting all of us. And I just wanted to stress what amazingly good company she was. So in addition to being a fine scholar, offering unique support and the contribution that she has made to our field, she helped us enjoy what we do. And she shared her enjoyment of what she did. So I think that that tremendous humanity and as I say, her passion and her zest, it really has given us a huge gift, and it's our responsibility to carry this on, just as Effie would have wanted, with her stern eye, her rigor, but also, as Judith said, her laugh.
Couldn't put it better, Sue. Thank you. You mentioned Jill. Thank you.
Could I just say something?
Yes.
I first met Effie in 1986 when we were doing the master's degree together at the LSE. And Effie and her loving heart have been part of my life for 39 years. It's a long time. And it's very sad. That's what I can say.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Now, I think we're going to have to compose ourselves.
Michael, I'm sorry, Richard wants to have a quick word.
Oh, yes, go, yes, please.
Sorry, Michael. I was just trying to remember the first time that I ever met Effie, and I think it must have been when I came to give a paper to this seminar many, many years ago now. But then since then, I've obviously had many interactions with her, and I edited a book with her and John Fisher probably about a decade ago now. But I just remember from that experience not only the kind of professionalism and knowledge that she brought to that process, but also the tremendous amount of fun that we had doing it together. So it was that mixture of professionalism, but also fun at the same time that I'll remember. Effie for. And yes, when I saw the email, it just came as a complete shock, bolt out of the blue. And it did really take me some time to come to the realization that we're not going to see her again. But hopefully her spirit will live on in this seminar. Thank you.
Indeed. I have a note from Geraint to say that Lesley Abdela would also like to say something, so thanks for that. I can't see anybody, so Lesley, if you could.
I'm not part of your history group.
That's absolutely fine.
Through Judith and your group, I came to know Effie as a sort of peripheral person who knew her and Jimmy mainly through the internet, but we met a few times and we all had great backgrounds in common. And I'd just like to send, and she was everything you described, warm, friendly, and sort of the Greek sense of humor as well. And I was shocked when I saw the message yesterday, and I'd like to just send my warmest sympathies to Jimmy. Thank you.
Thank you, Lesley. Very kind. Right. Since I can't see if anybody wishes, is James, could you check?
I think we're all clear now.
Okay, great. Very unusual seminar. So Judith, I will hand it over to you. You've sent me your